My name is Professor Ben-Arieh. I am the Dean of the School of Social Work and Social Welfare at the Hebrew University and the Director of the HUJI Institute at the Hebrew University. When we deal with an acute trauma, we are talking about an incidence of an hour, a day, a week. Here we are talking about 9 months of a crisis that continues. And we have children who came back from captivity who are unwilling to start the psychotherapist treatment because their parent is still in captivity, or their neighbor, or their grandfather. And every day the news is released, another captive was murdered. There is going to be an agreement and they're coming back. There isn't going to be an agreement and they're not coming back. This is an acute trauma that continues for more than 9 months now. And nobody in the world ever dealt with something like that. All the resilience factors we know exist never exist in those cases. How do you deal with trauma and prevent the post-traumatic stress syndrome? You bring the children back to their routine. You bring them to the places they love, the places they go. That didn't happen here. They couldn't go back to their homes. They couldn't go back to their schools because the schools were closed. They couldn't go back to their communities. It's not more of the same. It's not a severe trauma, but in a similar line. It's something totally new. We need to be humble. We need to be professional, and we need to realize we are dealing with new forms. In the long run, if we won't be able to prevent the PTSD that comes after the trauma, if we won't be able to reconnect children socially, we will have a group of adults who are antisocial, who are practicing risk activities, and some of them would harm themselves. The more we will neglect them, the harder work will get heading as futures. So I will say, first of all, I'm a social worker, so I need to be optimistic. You cannot be a social worker if you are not an optimistic guy. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic for 2 reasons. One is that the civil society in Israel stepped into the place of the government, helped the kids and their families, at least in the first weeks. Second is that the professional knowledge that does exist in Israel and the professional services that Israel could offer those kids is among the best in the world. But that won't be enough. I'm still optimistic because I believe that we would be able to learn the new forms of trauma. We will be able to be innovative, think out of the box, and find the right solution. The task is enormous, and the need is unbelievable. I'm optimistic because I think we have enough good forces and enough good people who will meet up to the challenge. Our School of Social Work and Social Welfare has a concentration of experts on trauma at large and trauma of children in particular that puts it among the leading department, not only in the profession of social work, but in any profession, in any university in the world. That is one of the biggest and the best concentrations in any department, not only in social work around the world. We have clinicians in our faculty that are leading clinicians in child trauma, and we have researchers who are leading researchers in that field. The HUJI Institute is probably the leading institute in the world. In order for our new established center to meet its mission and to produce new knowledge and help the victims of October 7 and beyond, and be innovative enough, we need your support. We need your support in any way possible in order us to work and better serve the children and the families who are the victims of October 7, the children and families who were traumatized anywhere and anytime. I'm a great believer in the human beings. And I'm a great believer that eventually good would prevail over evil.